All right, it looks like at least one of the women accusing Bill Cosby of sexual assault will likely get her day in court. The California Supreme Court saying that a civil lawsuit accusing Cosby of sexual assault can indeed proceed. Judith Huff, one of dozens of Cosby's accusers, says that Cosby molested her when she was just 15 years old at a party at the Playboy Mansion that he invited her to. That was back in 1974. Joining me now live from Culver City, California is her attorney, Gloria Allred. Thank you for being here, Gloria. And I want you and all of our viewers to listen to what Bill Cosby's attorney told our Allison Camerata this morning on New Day.
Next month, Mr. Cosby will have that opportunity because, as we've just reported this morning, this civil case of sexual assault, a judge is allowing this to move forward. This is the one that involves a 15-year-old who she claims was sexually assaulted at the Playboy Mansion. And in fact, Gloria Allred, her attorney, says that she expects to be able to depose Mr. Cosby in the next 30 days. Will he appear for that deposition?
Well, I read the press release by Ms. Allred, and I understand that that is her hope and her intention. But what the California Supreme Court did was really just put this case at the beginning posture that it was in. They were ruling on a technical issue about whether the filing could be amended or not, and they said that would not be heard.
If called to give a deposition, will he give a deposition?
And certainly, I'm not going to reveal strategy, tactics, or intentions of my client to testify or not, or advice of counsel about that matter. We'll deal with that with the able counsel who are in California who are handling this case.
I mean, you've been saying that you need him to, that this has to be aired in a court of law. This is the opportunity. This is the opportunity next month for this to happen in a court of law. This is what you say Mr. Cosby's been waiting for. Will he let this be heard in a court of law?
And what I said to you is that through the court system, when court cases are brought appropriately, then it's handled by the defense and by the plaintiffs in the manner that it's supposed to be. And that means that they make all of the decisions that are available to them in a court of law. That doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here today and tell you what I would advise Mr. Cosby to do or what his Los Angeles counsel would advise him to do or what his intentions are. It means that that's the forum, that the forum is not headlines from 70 years ago with one question and one answer from a deposition about the use of a party drug. Instead, we will see in the courtroom in this case and in others whether a defamation suit can hold up for a person who speaks up and says, I deny the claims that are being lodged against me. We will see whether this claim that the police refuse to prosecute will also become frivolous to the court in a civil case. All of those are things that we'll find out in time. And I know that that is the way that the system should work, and I pray that it will work that way in this case.
Gloria Allred, they were talking about you and this deposition invitation you've put out there. So what's your reaction to what she said?
Well, obviously, she is misinformed and also evaded the answer which was put directly to her by Carol, which is he going to appear for his deposition? And she danced around it, you know, kind of Bill Cosby style, not answering the question.
She said she's not going to reveal strategy, right? So.
Yeah, okay, well, now you weren't asking her, she wasn't being asked to reveal strategy, just if is he going to appear for his deposition. Let me just tell you this. Today we are going to be noticing his deposition for some time within the next 30 days, and we're providing his counsel with specific dates and also a specific location. Here's what happens. We are entitled to take his deposition, his testimony under oath, in this case of Huff versus William H. Cosby. If he does not appear for this deposition, which, by the way, we are going to notice that we are going to want to video his deposition. If he does not appear for this deposition, he's going to need to go to court and seek permission to continue it to another date, and he's going to have to show good cause, like a health reason or whatever else he wants to try to show. If, in fact, he doesn't do that, he doesn't appear, we're going to seek sanctions. What are sanctions? We are going to seek a court order that seek to hold him in contempt. We're taking this seriously. We want him to sit down. We want his answers under oath. If he doesn't want to do that, and then he answers this lawsuit, then we're going to strike the answer. What's that going to mean? That's going to mean he doesn't get to present his defense. He doesn't get to testify when we get to trial. He doesn't get to present witnesses. We will take his default. We want justice for our client, and we intend to get it.
If you do get this face-to-face with Cosby in this deposition, which you've set for 30 days from now, what's the first thing you're going to ask him?
Well, we have a lot of questions to ask him, so I can't tell you what the first question will be.
Why don't you tell me? Let's go through some of them.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to comment on the specific questions that we will ask because we'd like that to be a surprise for Mr. Cosby. But I think he understands that we will be asking him anything and everything that may bear on his credibility in reference to our client Judy Huth's allegations about what happened at the Playboy Mansion. In addition, of course, the deposition that was just released over the weekend, we have a lot of questions that will be generated by some of his admissions in that particular deposition. So he needs to get ready.
Regarding
he may try to escape, but he's going to evade. We're going to have a lot of questions, and I think his counsel can anticipate what some of the questions will be. Others he will not be able to anticipate. And let me just say, I've read a lot of the deposition from the 2005 lawsuit. I saw his counsel trying to, to lead him not to answer certain questions, to instruct him not to answer those questions. I do expect a battle royal with his counsel, but that's fine. We are going to be persistent. We want the answers. We're entitled to get them.
Let me ask you this. You represent not only Huff, you represent 17 women accusing Bill Cosby. At the same time, the LAPD is in the middle of their criminal investigation into the 2008 case of Chloe Goines, right? The only one that is not outside of the statute of limitations at this point, it appears. Could it hurt your chances of being able to depose Bill Cosby if that investigation is still ongoing? Because he could say, I'm in the midst of an ongoing investigation, I can't comment.
Look, if he wants to take the Fifth Amendment and invoke his privilege against self-incrimination, you know, he can go and do whatever he's going to do. We intend to proceed with this lawsuit. And I'm glad you raised that issue because I also want to comment on what his counsel, or I've never even seen her before because usually I'm dealing with LA counsel for Mr. Cosby, but maybe she's there, you know, for some other purpose for television. I don't know. But in any event, she was really misleading, I feel, about when she mentioned, well, the police decided not to prosecute. First of all, police don't decide not to prosecute. That's the district attorney's decision. She's referring to the Judy Huth case, and the district attorney indicated she couldn't proceed because of the statute of limitations. Nothing to do with the merits of what Ms. Huth told the detectives from the Special Victims Unit when I took her to the police for a investigation of her claim and for an interview about it, because Chief Charlie Beck of Los Angeles Police Department invited any alleged victim of Mr. Cosby to come in, even if it's too late to prosecute. In any event, that's a whole different thing. That's a different statute of limitations. We are within the time period in California to file this case, to proceed with this case, and that is because we are alleging child sexual abuse. Mm-hmm. And that has an extended statute of limitations in California. So we are full steam ahead. And Mr. Cosby, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in person at this deposition.
Gloria Allred, if you do get that deposition, I hope you'll be first to come on our show to talk to us. We'll be first to have you on. Come talk to us about it. We'll be watching.
I'll look forward to that.
Very closely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.